Well, the answer is yes. For those of you who have asked, and for those who have not asked but have wondered, yes, my son that was doing my makeup in that video, the one with the big muscles and the camo shirt, yes, he is gay. Y'all that know anything about me at all, y'all know that I am MAGA. I'm a conservative Christian. And yes, I have a son who is a far left progressive who is also gay. I love him more than life itself. And I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about that. Hunter is 34 years old. He is an incredibly talented, beautiful human. He is a photographer that has flown all over the world to do the most beautiful photography that you have ever seen. And he's also an incredible makeup artist. And he could make me look like that. And look, I do my own makeup for these videos, but he taught me. I mean, he taught me pretty much everything I know about makeup. So he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. And all of my children are incredible. I'm just going to brag on them. All of them are incredible. I have a beautiful, beautiful daughter who's getting married in June. So get ready for all the wedding stuff. And I have another son. My boys are only 10 months apart. When Hunter was 1 month old, I went back for a 1 month checkup and I found out that I was pregnant with my other one, Chase, who is also an incredibly talented, beautiful human that's an incredible golfer. And all the things. I could go on and on about my children, but right now I'm going to talk about Hunter, just because y'all met him a little bit. He's real. He used to be behind the camera. He's not used to being in front of the camera, but y'all saw him a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about Hunter being gay, and just how our family found out about that and adjusted to it, or not even adjusted to it. Because listen, I knew Hunter was gay when he was 2 years old. I began to have those feelings that was happening, or that he was going to be gay. And when he was 4 years old, I remember walking into our bedroom and he was in my bathroom and he had on my little nightgown and some of my high heel shoes, and he was walking around, and my heart kind of sunk, and I thought, not because I have listen, I am a gay supporter. Okay, I'm a MAGA, but I'm a gay supporter. I believe that people should love who they love, okay? That's period. If I lose followers, bye, okay? That's what I believe. Anyway, but only because he was my baby. And this was back in the early 90s, and I saw things that happened in the 80s. And I saw things that happened in the 90s that it didn't used to be as cool as it is now to be gay. And so my heart was afraid for him. And so anyway, I walked into the bathroom and he had a nightgown and my high heels, and I said, Hunter Bunner, that's what we've always called him, Hunter Bunner. I said, Hunter Bunner, boys don't wear mommy's clothes. Boys wear daddy's clothes. And he hates me to tell this story, but he started crying, and he said, Mommy, why did God make me a boy when I was supposed to be a girl? And my heart knew. I mean, I 100% knew. And I went and told my husband, who said, oh, you're just being ridiculous. That's not, all little boys go through that. It's not a thing. Well, I knew it was a thing. And so I began to pray and pray and pray, because not because I had anything against gay people or anything. I just didn't want anybody to hurt him, and I didn't want him to ever feel hurt. So I began to pray, and in life went on. I heard someone tell me one time that, well, since you thought that, you encouraged. No, we didn't. We did not have anything. We didn't watch Modern Family, because I kept thinking that if he didn't see it, he wouldn't be it. And so all the things. We didn't have a computer in our home. We sent our kids to private school, private Christian school. We did all the things. We were active in the church. He tells me now that when he was about 12 or 13, he began to know that himself, that he was gay. And he prayed against it too, because he wants to be something that is going to have people shun you. Anyway, so when he was in high school, he decided that he wasn't going to be. Even though he was having those feelings and stuff, he decided that he was not going to do it. He was in Christian school. He was raised in the church, and so he decided he wasn't going to be. And he met a girl, and he did love her, and he still loves her. They're great friends. But 18 years old, he decided he was getting married, and he married her. And listen, she is my child. She is my child. I love her. He married her, and they had my first grandchild, Pearson. He's about to be 14 years old in May. And he also is the love of my life. And we wouldn't have him if they hadn't gotten married. But of course it didn't last, because Hunter eventually did come out about 2 or 3 years into their marriage. And it was a little rocky in the beginning, because, she didn't sign up for that. She didn't sign up for him trying to not be gay and not be honest with her and all the things. But listen, the Lord has restored our family, and she is now married to a hilarious guy. I should tag him on here. He's hilarious on TikTok. And she's a beautiful mama. She's got my grandson, and then she's had 3 more beautiful babies with her new husband still, that all call me Nunny, that I love as much as I love Pearson. And it's just, he is restored, and Hunter and she are great friends and have a great relationship, and it's a wonderful thing. But I just want people to know that, you know, when he first came out, I was fighting with everybody on Facebook, because anybody that said anything about gay, I was ready to throw down with them. I haven't been back to church since then, because I don't think that I could hear it in a church and have somebody call my child an abomination, because he's not. He's not an abomination. He's a beautiful, beautiful human, as is everybody. Well, not everybody, but most people are. But you know, when he first came out, and I was fighting with everybody on Facebook, because if anybody said anything about gay, I was ready to throw down with them. I remember writing about sort of this same story, but I wrote it, and I remember people saying, "Oh, you're so awesome to still love him even though." And I know that they were trying to be kind, but that was offensive to me. Even though what? That's my baby. That's my son. There's no even though. He's just Hunter. He's just my baby. He's not a baby, but he is a baby. But anyway, I just wanted to say that and let y'all know that, yes, I'm MAGA, and yes, I'm a Christian. And listen, don't come in my comments, with all due respect, don't come in my comments and start quoting scriptures to me. As some of y'all know, I was in a conservative, fundamentalist Baptist children's home for 4 years of my life. I had to quote and read scripture before I could eat, sleep, bathe, use the bathroom. I know what scripture says, and I know that when I stand before God, I have some questions for him, because I know that my child was born gay. I just wanted to share with y'all that he is gay. Yes, he is, and he's wonderful. He's well, you know, he gets on my nerves. He's a heathen, but you know, and he didn't vote for Donald, and he doesn't like him, so that's okay. I just want to say that, you know, be kind to people. You know, I tell people this: I'm going to stand before God one day, and I'm going to answer for a lot of things. I've got a lot of things in my life that I will answer for. But I hope that when I stand before God, and I hope that you hope this, that when we stand before God, he doesn't say to me or to you, "Listen, I loved you so much. I did everything I could to show y'all that I loved you, to include sending my own son to die on the cross for y'all, and to prove to y'all that I loved y'all. And you, Cherie, spent all your time on this earth trying to convince people that I didn't." That's not my job. My job is to convince you that he does love you, no matter what. And I do too. So if you need somebody to talk to about that, or you're feeling any kind of way, listen, I'm on your side. I'm on my son's side. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, and love y'all.